All right. Shirley, do me oh, you know what? I actually have it on here. Copy. Instagram. I love it. We have a lot of people here. Everybody wants those points, right, Shirley? It's crazy.
Look how life is, Mom. She definitely wants the one.
Everybody wants them points. Staying fit in a budget. Live. Boom. All right, now we're going live on Instagram. I appreciate your patience, guys. Staying fit on a budget. Boom. I got a good connection. I am now live. Let's do it. Dope. All right, let's share some wins. There's a lot of people quiet here. Let's say, Ashley, you were here first. Talk to me. Share me. Make my day. What was? Give me a good win that you've accomplished today. Ashley, you there?
I'm here. Sorry, my kids were talking in the background, so I didn't hear what you said.
I said I would love to hear accomplishments that you did this week.
This week,
Yeah.
I ate healthy. Yes, my daughter.
She ate healthy? You sure? You sure?
I don't know. Based off stuff saw her eat. You almost finished the salad. No, you ate behind my back.
Yes, I actually ate a lot, all protein today.
Yeah?
Can you pass me 2 bowls, Mom?
And I've been very sick, so
Oh
I
no.
think recovering was a big accomplishment too.
Really?
Just can you give me 2 bowls?
Yeah.
So is it safe to say that you were eating healthy consistently all week?
Yes,
I love it.
I've been doing very good.
I'm gonna do that. I was doing the complete opposite.
I love it.
No, my daughter followed my footsteps. She ate what? Do you ate all really good chicken, good protein, and asparagus?
Pumpkin, like
Okay, after.
daughter, not son.
I love that. Look at that. The whole family eating fit.
I know. I know. All of us are here.
I love that. Okay, that's good. That's good. All right. And let's see who I want to pick on next. Lisa, you were pretty on point with coming here on time, girl. I love it. Let me hear a win of the week. I know you're driving, but I'm sure you can say something real quick.
Sorry, I was trying to figure out how to unmute. I was having issues.
It's all right.
Ate slightly better. Drank some water, so that's good.
Ooh, I like that. I like that.
Got some sleep. Got some sleep. Hopefully the gym will finally happen this coming week.
Okay.
I had issues last week and this week.
Right.
Hopefully this week the gym is finally gonna happen.
Okay. All right. I like that. But you were on point with the foods. What about sleep? I know you've been, trying to rest consistently. Tell me you're at least adding another 5 minutes onto your sleep.
Well, the alarm goes off and I hit snooze. I don't know if that counts.
That does count. That does count. That does count. I love that. Okay, good,
Listen,
good,
I
good.
went 2 nights of basically no sleep, and then the third night I crashed. So I got some decent,
Okay,
some sleep the other day.
okay. I love that. That was good. That was good. All right, let's see who else. Who else? Who else? Who else? Natalia. What's going on, girl?
What's going on, Brian?
How we doing?
Good, good.
Speaking about sleep, Nat, I feel like I'm on a competition with you waking up as early as me.
Yo, for real, man, I'm in Colorado this week, and it's messing with like my sleep schedule's all messed up. So I'm like 4 o'clock up at 4 o'clock over
Nat, I could not believe it. When I saw the post already on Instagram, I was like, girl, she beat me today.
here. Goals always be.
That's
Brian.
wild. So share a win with the team.
I would say getting up, still going to the gym while I'm in Colorado for work.
I love that.
Still eating somewhat healthy, so knowing that probably at night I'm gonna have a quickie because I'm at the office late. So lunches have been some sweet green salads.
Okay. I love that. I love that. Cool, Nat. All right. Let's see who else. Who else? Leia, what about you, girl? Make my day.
Hey, Brian. All right. Win for the week. Sorry if I sound out of breath. I just got off the bus right now.
It's all right.
So, would be one, definitely still staying consistent, like going to the gym. I've been eating all of my meals that I've meal prepped this week instead of like, I've been having some serious cravings, but like I haven't like gone for them.
Okay.
I'm like, I forced myself to just like stick to the plan. And I actually love my meals this week. I made this new high protein Alfredo pasta, but the base for the Alfredo sauce was cottage cheese. And I couldn't even tell the difference. I love
Ooh,
it.
I like that.
And then also like I've been still going to the gym like every day. I haven't been able to like get a full workout in like every day. Like today I was able to after work, but
Right.
sometimes like when I hit the gym, it's packed. Like even if I wanted to get a full workout and I wasn't able
Yeah,
to.
is that prime
go
time, right?
forward.
That prime time after the 9 to 5ers.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. So, but I've been trying my best though.
Okay, good. I love that. I love that. Austin, what about you, bro?
Can you hear me, man?
Give me a win this week, bro.
So I just got off of a call with a potential client, and we just booked another call with his parents because they have power of attorney over him and his funds.
Nice.
So I'm booking a call with him. I'm about to do my research tonight, see what kind of stipulations there are, see if it's a possibility if I can still train him. I guess to see if I have to have their permission. So I guess it's good.
I love that.
Potential client.
Yeah, no, that's good. The waivers that I sent you, the paperwork that I sent you, the only difference is the parents are gonna have to fill it out instead of the person. So that's pretty much it. You're good to go as long as you get the green light.
I'm excited though, so.
That's amazing, bro.
Sure.
That's amazing. That's a phenomenal win. Now there's an iPhone here, a purple iPhone. You want to introduce yourself? I don't know who this is. It could be a client, it could be a friend, it could be a stalker.
Competitor.
Purple iPhone. No, purple iPhone. I think he or she is shy. It's all right. Well, listen, guys, we have a special guest. Okay, my mindset coach that is in the Abarca Fitness app. Some of you ladies, guys might know who she is. The mindset coach, Stephanie Morel, she is here. She's a licensed therapist. You know what? Matter of fact, Steph, why don't you introduce yourself and talk to the team rather than me introduce you. You know, you could brag about yourself.
Thank you, Brian. My name is Stephanie Morel. So I am currently working with Brian as a mindset coach. I am a licensed clinical social worker as well as a licensed psychotherapist.
Mm.
Being a part of his mindset program, what I'm offering or what Brian is offering to his clients is individualized support. So that could be like frequent messages with me, whether you just want someone to talk to on a regular basis. Everything in life always comes in heavy, I would like to say, especially this time of year. So just having an extra personnel to reference that's subjective is nice to have, and it's also very impactful to have a part of your fitness journeys. That being said, I'm also offering individualized therapeutic sessions for some of the clients that are interested in doing that. So I'll meet with clients like once or twice a week, depending on what their needs are. We typically do 45-minute calls. Some of his clients will meet with me in person as well. So that's also a really nice benefit because if anybody knows, the cost of therapy is very expensive.
Extremely.
normally.
How much is it usually, Steph?
Well, it depends. So if you're doing insurance, sometimes you have like an out-of-pocket cost. So that could be like $20 to $40 out of pocket, depending
not
on what
bad.
your copay is.
Okay.
But if you're paying out of pocket completely for the sessions, you're looking at $150 to $250 per session.
God damn. Jeez. Oh wait, we just found out that the purple iPhone. I'm sorry, Steph. Purple iPhone is Donnie. Hold on, Donnie. Donnie, I want to hear a win from you. Me and Steph want to hear a win from you, bro. Come on, Donnie. Don't be shy. You just told me it was Donnie. Donnie, maybe you're muted. Unmute yourself, Donnie. Donnie. What's up, Christy? Melanie, you're supposed to be on the Zoom, girl. You're on Instagram. It's all right. You're probably working. Sam, Alpina, what's going on? Josias, Neelam. What's up, Neelam? Neelam, you should be on the Zoom too. Ashley Marie, welcome. Instagram is live. TikTok is crazy. All right, I guess Donnie's not gonna come. I apologize, Stephanie. Go ahead.
It's okay. Does anyone have any questions about like the mindset part of this program or anything that Brian's offering with the mindset program? Nope.
No,
Okay. Brian, do you want to get started with why we're meeting today, what the topic is for today?
absolutely. So the topic of today is something extremely dear to my heart because I was part of it. It's fitness on a budget. Okay, and it's especially hits. I know people that I know, people maybe on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, that can relate because, especially after the holidays, after Christmas, after January, it could be extremely financially stressful trying to stay fit. You know, but you also have to think about the fact that your why, just like we spoke about last week. You know, overcoming the financial struggles and staying on track is extremely important because there's going to be times where you're working long hours, feeling too tired to work out. You know what? At a show of hands, maybe raise your hand, guys. Who has been in a situation where you finish work, okay? It's been a long day, you're extremely tired, and you feel like you don't have enough energy to go to the gym. That I know that's me.
Definitely.
Okay, Austin, show of hands. You guys could chime in. Yes, me.
How do you raise hand? But I felt like that today.
And how did you feel like how did you handle that situation?
I mean, it depends. If I can find a little bit of energy, I do something small at home. I'm very bad at logging it to the app. I'll admit that. Like I'll do like a quick 15-minute thing, so I feel like I do something.
Love that.
Like even if I can't go to the gym.
Yeah.
But if I really like feel very tired, I let myself rest. Honestly.
Yeah. Absolutely. Anybody else? Felt tired? You know, Austin, you said you feel tired after work and you feel like you don't really work out, right?
Definitely feel tired after work. It's kind of hard to even feel like I have enough energy to make videos, post, man. Honestly,
Yeah. Yeah, it's extremely tough to stay on track. You know, so Steph, when we're talking about fitness on a budget and overcoming some struggles and staying on track, does mindset kind of come into play whenever you're in that position, Steph?
Yeah, huge. Financial stress has such a big impact on mental health and overall motivation. So when we think about financial stress, we compare it directly with like depression, anxiety. Financial stress can even be linked to suicide rates too. So it's very serious. And it hinders our ability and impacts our ability to function in just everyday activities, especially working out, because that's adding more stress onto your body in addition to everything you have going on during your daily routines. Now, why is fitness so important to your mental health? And I'm sure, Brian, you can go further into this, but it really impacts your ability and boosts your overall endurance to have a higher level of self-esteem, which is needed throughout your entire day. Now, again, I just want to reiterate, financial stress can deeply impact mental health, and it can lead to anxiety or self-doubt, that lack of motivation, or wanting to stay consistent with fitness. Struggling to make ends meet, also prioritizing like your exercise and healthy eating may feel like a luxury as opposed to a necessity, right? So a lot of the times where we're looking at our finances, the first thing we want to eliminate is the expensive trainer, or the first thing we want to eliminate is the expensive gym membership that we're paying for. The weight of the financial pressure triggers a lot of behaviors, mainly avoidance, such as like skipping workouts because you're tired. You're turning to emotional supports like overeating, whether it's healthy foods and just eating more frequently throughout the day. A lot of it could just be that you want to sleep and you're sleeping more often. Those are coping mechanisms. So instead of actually dealing with the stress or learning to work through the stress, you're learning to cope with it. So your situation's not getting any better.
Steph, right there, that really, in a span of 14 years of me being a trainer, I've noticed a lot of people deal with the fact that when they're stressed, they end up eating. And you mentioned that that's a coping mechanism.
Yeah.
In a psychological perspective, like, how does that work? And then how can you maneuver out of that?
So from a psychological standpoint, we're looking at chronic stress. It activates the brain into fight or flight response. So it causes decision fatigue, or it makes it harder to stay disciplined. So it leads to a cycle of self-sabotage. That's when you see like the behaviors of wanting to overeat or wanting to avoid the gym. A lot of the time that self-sabotage could also be like, instead of eating a healthy snack, you lean towards comfort foods because it's instant gratification. You know that it's bad to have it, but you lean towards it because it's comfort to you.
Is it like that instant like dopamine release?
That's part of it. It's also that feeling of scarcity, not having like enough money or time. So a lot of times when we associate healthy foods, we consider, oh, it's a lot more expensive. It's going to take me time to meal prep. But really, there are healthier alternatives that can be more cost effective. You can slice up an apple.
Mm.
You can have some celery slices or some carrot slices, and that will take you a while to crunch on. But we'll lean towards going through a drive-through, sitting in the parking lot, and eating, watching Netflix in the car, because it provides us that comfort.
Yeah. Yeah, I've heard so many clients like on calls when they're seeking some professional help with me, they will tell me literally stories exactly like this where they're driving around and they're hungry right there at the moment and they're rushed and they're very tight on time and the convenience of just getting fast food is just quick and easy for them. Like, what would you suggest for someone like that where it's not necessarily comfort for them, but it's just convenient?
And it's a lot of self-work. You have to reframe your mindset and your goals. So when it comes to like finances, because that's the main topic,
Yeah.
we have to really make sacrifices on what is a necessity over what is a pleasure. And a lot of the times, especially with social media, we are so quick to indulge in the little luxuries because we're so influenced by the world around us. Now, what does this mean? This could mean a ticket to Coachella. It could mean going to Starbucks and posting your matcha latte. It could mean buying yourself a dress every single time you go out because you can't post a picture more than once in the same outfit. But in reality, you can be spending that money on investing in yourself and your mental health and your well-being. So really, it takes a lot of discipline when it comes to overcoming that financial strain, because it's those little luxuries that we don't think about on a daily basis that really impact us and hinder our ability to grow. We have that, and I keep going back to that word, that scarcity. So it's that feeling of not having enough money, not having the resources, not having the times. But when we actually break down what we're spending our money on, so I always tell people when we're going over like financial management and therapy, it's so important to write down everything, like have a journal of what you're spending your money on or what your bills are. So having 2 separate columns, that way you can actually see where your money is going. Because when we have a card, it's very easy to just swipe. And then at the end of the day, when it comes time to prioritize yourself, like your physical health, there's no money in the bank account because you've already spent it in areas that are not a necessity but more of a luxury.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. And it's one of those things, before you continue, Steph, it's one of those things where if you think about it, I remember I was listening to a podcast and someone was mentioning how if you get like an expensive pair of shoes, for example, and they're like $1,000 and you only wore them 4 times out of the year, that one time you use them out of the 4 times out of the year would cost you literally $250 if you actually do the math. And with that $250, you could have done something about yourself. Why? Because the shoes that you wore only 4 times out of the year, you use your body, you represent yourself, you use your skin, like you're investing in your body, your aesthetic, your mindset, your mental health, your physical health, and you're wearing that every single day compared to, let's say, a hypothetical pair of shoes that you only wore 4 times a year. And I usually make that example whenever I speak to one of my clients or even one of my students who are really trying to balance out their finances and to prioritize their spending and investment in their self or in their business or whatnot. What do you think about that stuff?
I think that's a great example. But what I think would be more impactful would be to ask the audience, right? Asking your clients, like, how does the financial stress affect their fitness and mental health or how does it affect their daily living so that we can provide like more valuable support? Because I can go on and on and on about talking about abundance mindset or intrinsic motivation, which is really what we're looking to build.
Yeah.
But we want to make it meaningful for everyone, right? Like, what are you guys going to take away from today's session? And how can we better the program to continue to support you guys?
Yeah, Stephanie, why don't you pick on people? That'd be great.
No, I'm not going to do that. I will ask, how has financial stress affected your fitness journey, whether it's eating healthy or it could be not being able to pay for a gym membership or training? Does anyone want to talk about that, or does anybody have an example of an experience that they've had?
I can speak. It's Austin.
Go ahead, Austin.
Really hitting my protein goals is really hard to make like a affordable list when like I have to. So I give my mother like money for groceries and money for rent and stuff like that, and pretty much I just ask for like a few things and shit, right? To have like certain amount of proteins for I can eat this every day and hit my protein goals. It's kind of hard to do that right now, and also pay rent bills, also pay certain fees. You know what I mean? Like the cost of living, just living your day-to-day life, like gas and certain things like that, starts to add up pretty quickly. Especially when your goal is to gain weight, so you're constantly eating food. It's definitely hard to navigate that.
I love that you shared that with us. Thank you. It is so meaningful because a lot of us do care for our family, and in your case, you're providing for your family, which is difficult, and it is hard, right? The cost of living, the cost of eggs is what, $12 now for a carton of eggs? How much is it?
Expensive. I know it's expensive.
Yeah, it's really gone up. So a lot of people right now, especially with this economy, like wages are not going up, but inflation has gone up tremendously. So we're really trying to break down our programs or offer as much support as we can because it's difficult and challenging. And that's where the fun part of having a nutritionist being a part of this program is so great, because you can consume chicken breast, which is one of the cheaper proteins that are available, and have it cooked a variety of ways. This way it makes it exciting and enticing, and it's not just you're eating chicken and rice or chicken and broccoli every day.
Yeah, chicken and broccoli is boring.
Well, there's ways to make it enticing, and it's really about that abundance mindset. Now, when I say abundance mindset, I mean you're recognizing that there are things available to you that are already in your daily routines. That could be like moving your body, because your body weight and exercising and doing cardio is free. You can go for a walk. You can do some like body weight exercises in your apartment, or if you're looking for healthier alternatives that are more cost effective, we can customize those meal plans to match that. We want to live within our means without overspending. This way you guys can have some luxuries in your life and feel good about those luxuries that you're purchasing.
Absolutely, and especially in, you know, when people are filling out nutrition questionnaires, at least in the beginning, when they first onboard into our training program, we actually even ask you guys, hey, like, what's the budget on your groceries? That's literally probably one of the first 3 or 4 questions that I ask, and it's because my team, specifically Stephanie and especially Shirley, who's the nutritionist in my team, she's actually coming up with the grocery list that's catered to specifically the budget that you end up mentioning on the nutrition questionnaire that you fill out, the Google form. And then based on that, we come up with a strategy to make sure we're fitting all your macros inside that budget, which is extremely key. Not many trainers do that at all. Um, Donnie says here on the comments, buying protein shakes were getting expensive. Now making my own helps. That's
Good
actually
job, Donnie.
that's actually some sauce. Absolutely. If you actually think about it, if you're buying a whole tub, yes, you have the convenience, but if you're buying a whole tub of a 2 gallon or a 4 gallon protein powder, you're basically buying it at like a wholesale price, you know, and you could travel that anywhere. There's access to water anywhere, in most places, at least in most jobs as well, where all you need is just water to mix that up, and that's actually a meal. And honestly, between us guys, that was basically like my diet in college, you know. And I ended up staying lean doing that. Shirley says gym memberships are also getting expensive as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's why you have the nice thing of having the app where you can pivot from gym workouts to home workouts and then utilize what's available to you guys, right? The point of this is that we're adapting the program to customize to each of your individual needs. And then Brian, like you hit a major point. So buying in bulk, right? When we buy in bulk, we're able to save a little bit of money. And then meal prepping, it's a pain in the butt, but it saves us money in the long run because you're not wasting ingredients and throwing things out, or you're not at a point where you're like so tired from your work today where you don't want to cook. You just have something and you throw it in the microwave and then you're done.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's why I ended up coming up with a collaboration with NutriMeals. If you guys are new to the personal training program, guys, you could find it on the how-to group, right, Steph? Right, Shirley? Where the link there, you have a link to gonutri.com, and you could use my code ABARCA50. That's ABARCA50, and they actually deliver straight to your door. And the options are very, very good. Like, they're phenomenal. Like, literally, my girlfriend who's pregnant, she's even eating on it. Like, it's great. I'm eating on it. I'm always on the go that I just put it on the microwave and I eat, and then I'm ready to go, whether I'm traveling somewhere or I'm home. So there's always different routes that you can take, whether you want to pick a day where you're going to just meal prep for the whole week. On a Sunday, you have a meal prep company that ends up being, if you use my code, that ends up being $5 per meal. Think about that. $5 per meal. You can have X amount of meals throughout the week. Instead of eating out, where a typical meal, even in a fast food restaurant, could be $20 on the go. If you go to Applebee's or Olive Garden or anything like that, that's more than $20 per dish. If you go to a nice high-end restaurant or even a bar, that's $20 per drink, and per dish is about double that. It's probably more than $40. So that price, you have meals for the rest of the week with that code. And I don't even work for that company, guys. Like, my whole goal here was just to network with a meal prep company so I could provide it specifically for my clients at a better price. You know?
But don't those meals have so much chemicals in them? Like, or high in sodium?
Absolutely. That's a great point, Ashley. And specifically, I chose NutriMeals because there's filters that you can actually filter through the whole menu, whether you are type 2 diabetic or type 1 diabetic. You want to do low carb and toggle all those meals and really just target those low carb options. If you want low sodium, which an option of that on that website, you can toggle through those options as well. You can do double protein if you're trying to gain weight, Austin, right there and then. There's also some other options. I believe there was, I think there was Mediterranean options, vegetarian options. I know there's no vegan options there. So there's filters. Now, don't get me wrong, there's other meal prep companies that really don't have those options. And you're absolutely right, Ashley. Those meals, 9 times out of 10, they're higher in sodium. So that's why I was very diligent and very careful with collaborating with certain meal preps, because I want to make sure that the foods that I'm consuming, I'm recommending to you guys, rather than me being a hypocrite and not eating the foods that I'm recommending to you guys. That's a good point. So yes, be very careful with choosing a general meal prep. You don't even have to use Nutri-Meals. If you find a better alternative or another option that maybe you like, great. But look at the sodium. Okay, if the whole sodium is high, you're going to be holding on to a lot of water weight. You're going to be holding on to a lot of water weight, and that's going to affect your weight. That's going to affect your body composition, and that's going to affect your bloating and your size, your clothing, etc. And it actually takes about 3 to 4 days to get that water weight off of you and really digest it. So if you're constantly eating something like that, no wonder you feel pretty tight in your jeans or in your dress or in your shirt or whatever. So you want to be definitely cautious about that. Donnie says, I've been on a salmon and spinach meal prep. That's great. Very lean, high fat, high protein. That's very good. Which I like, both home and gym workouts. It's also helpful. Absolutely. Yeah, going back to that option, that route, Donnie. I know we were speaking about this stuff, but like this is how we adapt to specific lifestyles, right? Like if you're traveling, like some of my clients already are. Natalia, you're one of the travelers. I believe Janae, who's also another client, he's traveling today as well. Guys, if you are literally working out from a hotel and maybe you have a room of a treadmill and X amount of weights, you could reach out to us and we'll literally customize your workout so that you can have a proper workout that day. Or if you're going to a gym, you can do that as well. If you're going to work out at home and nobody could watch the kids, we'll absolutely do that. Ashley, how many times have I done that for you during the week?
Yep, you have done that.
Yeah.
I can attest to that. I was in the hotel and I got hotel workout.
Yeah. Stephanie, any perspectives, any points, or anything you want to highlight before we wrap up?
Yeah, really, just managing that financial stress, right? Because stress hinders us from doing a lot of things, like finding that motivation to work out. I believe Ashley was the one to bring that up, where she's tired from a work day, you have family at home, and you're exhausted, right? How do you stay motivated? And the key is intrinsic motivation. Reminding yourself of why you started and making small daily choices that align with your long-term health goals. No matter your financial situation, it's important that we remind ourselves that fitness is seen as an act of self-care rather than an expense. It becomes easier to stay committed and navigate these challenges when you are resistant and resilient to the lifestyle and indulgences that we want to do, that we look to do, and really just being mindful of yourself. So instead of scrolling on Instagram and seeing what people are posting, that they're out at Starbucks every day or at the spa or traveling, really consider, are they taking care of their own health? Is this something that's a priority to them? Probably not, but it is to me. So what choices do I have to make to stay disciplined so that I can invest in myself? Because that's the whole point of this program, is really investing in yourself so you can be better, not only physically, but also mentally.
Sauce. I love that. Guys, I want to share, before we wrap up, we only have 3 more minutes. I want to share, what are your takeaways from this meeting? Anyone, just chime in. Takeaways, something that you're going to maybe apply, something that you learned. That we should focus on our health. Good. Yeah, absolutely. Anyone else? And we have a shy group today. Stay motivated.
Yes, and when you are not motivated and need support with motivation, that's what this program's designed for. Because we're not always perfect, and I think that's what I was trying to get at is there's days where we don't want to get out of bed. There's days where we're exhausted from work and we're tired and we just want to curl up and eat in front of the TV and not move for the rest of the night. I've been there myself. I used to work overnight shifts in a psych ward, and I needed additional support to help myself come out of that. And that's what we're here for and offering for you guys is really finding that motivation, even when it's very difficult to find that motivation, because the whole point is you're investing in yourself.
Mm-hmm. And you guys, you utilize your resources. Like you have a licensed therapist, you have a nutritionist, and you have a personal trainer who loves you and takes care of you and will bend over backwards for you, all in the palm of your fingers and your hands within this app. Like communication is key. You are not a bother. All we want is to support you and help you the best way we can every single day. Every single day. Even if it's a rough day, say, oh man, it's a rough day. Share it with a community chat. Other people will motivate you. We will motivate you. And that's where the community aspect is extremely important here. You know? We got a few more. Push through and get it done. Exactly. The chat is lit. Push intrinsic motivation. Very interesting. Ask the there are days I don't want to go, but I go and I push myself. Exactly, brother. Exactly. All right, guys. I actually have another meeting after this. I love you all. I appreciate you guys hopping on. Don't forget, screenshot this. Whoever's on, screenshot this so you can earn your points. We need proof. Screenshot this. If you guys are in my app, screenshot this. I'll pose. Screenshot this. Post it on community chat so Shirley could count the points so that you could get a free month of training. If I don't see any screenshots, it don't count. Just like when you guys work out, it don't count if you don't let Instagram know, right? Same All right, guys. I love you all. Hurry up. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2. Take your pictures. 1. All right. Love you all. Bye. Thanks for coming on, guys. Any questions on TikTok? I know I was a little less interactive on here. What watch is that? Oh, thanks, bro. This is the Wembley Rolex. Yeah. I got it in one of my trips in Dubai. But any questions on the actual topic of today rather than the Rolex? No? Okay. TikTok, I love you. And let's see here.